Hello, good afternoon. This is Healing, Health, and Holy Habits. Shelly Ann Taylor, your host. Right now, tonight, we are here with Miss Frances Brown, Healing Through Heartbreak, Divorce, Single Parenting, and a New Love with Frances Brown. This episode uncovers the raw, real, and redemption parts of Frances Brown's life, navigating divorce, raising children alone, and finding love again. Sometimes healing isn't just about the body, it's about the heart. So today, Frances opened up about her journey through divorce, single motherhood, and rediscovering love and purpose. Her vulnerability will touch your soul, and her resilience will inspire your spirit. So we can first start with walking through divorce. So we can ask this, what was the hardest part of your divorce journey?
The hardest part for me was just figuring out how I was going to take care of the kids. That was my biggest concern because I had three small ones, and at the time, I wasn't working, so I didn't have my own income. So without having your own income, that's the first thing you think about
Yeah.
is when the breadwinner leaves, what are you going to do?
So then, how did you protect your peace and your children during that time?
Um, my peace started when he left. When I decided that it wasn't going to work and he moved out, that's when the peace began. It was a burden lifted off of me because him being there, I was in turmoil. And I believe the kids were too, because if the parents aren't happy, the kids aren't either.
Exactly.
Um, that's the beginning of the peaceful journey. Just
Okay.
knowing that you don't have to deal with someone else and whatever they bring to the table that you don't agree with.
So, what helped you to begin to heal?
My kids, prayer, getting back to the simple things.
Okay.
Being a mother is an extraordinary band-aid. It heals all wounds. It's something that God, I believe, I know, He has for women in general. Once you have children, you can kind of go through any storms with them. It seems like it's different. They appreciate the things that you do. They see it. They might not say it, but they see it. And the love that they give you when you're going through stuff, just out of the blue hugs and kisses and "Mama, you okay?" Those things go a long way.
Okay. So, another thing, what was the hardest part of your divorce journey?
The hardest part was explaining it to the kids, like we will no longer be connected and doing the same things we did as a family routine, some family events. The church we attended, I decided I didn't want to, attend the church any longer.
Okay.
And that was a big part of our normal weekly activity. So we just had to adjust and find new things for me and the kids to start.
Okay. So, how did you balance parenting and pursuing your purpose?
Parents and I have a good family unit. My dad has stepped up. Well, he always was involved with my children, but my dad and my sister, my niece, my nephews, they came over all the time. They helped me take the kids to Keith to football practice, and we all came together for his games. So it's like more of being there without asking. They
Oh,
just
yeah.
they just fell into place.
So, what sacrifices did you make as a single mom?
Oh wow, I remember times when me and the kids had to go upstairs in the loft because the house is a little large and I couldn't afford, but I didn't want a large electric bill. So we would go in the loft because it was warmer up there. And I, turned down the heat to 69. We went upstairs and we just all slept upstairs. We watched movies. I made it like a fun area. And I mean, that saved us a good bit of money. And we had breakfast like 4 or 5 nights a week.
But at the same time, it made you all closer.
Yeah,
The bond was
yeah,
stronger.
yeah.
So, that makes a big difference.
It does. And
You
they didn't
know?
complain. I don't have picky eaters. That's number one. And breakfast every day, they was cool with it. It was like, okay.
And what kept you grounded through the chaos?
Hmm. I remember I would cry in my closet because it got to a point where I didn't want the kids to see me cry because I didn't want them to keep asking me what was wrong. And then when I started to cry in the closet, it went to the bathroom. It went
Yeah.
to the shower. So then instead of crying, I was praying. And then I saw something. It was a movie I saw. And she's whatever you whatever quote or scripture pertains to you, write it down. And I started writing scriptures down, and I started to paste them on my bathroom wall with a sticky pad. So instead of being so emotional when I went to the bathroom, I read those scriptures and I got more inner strength to stop being
Exactly.
so emotional and thinking I can't do something before I even start.
And then how did you learn to trust the love again?
Ah, boy, probably almost losing love. You don't realize how what trust issues you have when you until you go into a new relationship, bringing on the bad habits that you drug from the old relationship.
Mhm.
So if somebody phone ring, you looking, somebody get a text, you like, who texting you? Like,
Yeah.
whomever you
Bad
meet, don't
habits.
bad habits. Yes, very, very controlling bad habits.
Exactly. So, what was the difference with this chapter, love? What was the difference between your marriage before divorce and today?
You know how you fall into marriage because you having children or it's the right thing to do. Falling in love again doesn't have a script. It doesn't have the do's and the don'ts. You can
Okay.
do whatever you want to do because you're just trying to go through something with someone. You're
Yeah.
just trying to find somebody who just want to be your friend. Because I think most women after divorce, you're not really looking for another mate. You're just looking for somebody to be there and do things with.
Support system.
Support. So I don't believe I was looking for love. I was looking to have some fun. And as the other people say, get my little feet wet,
Mm-hmm.
but I wind up getting more than my feet wet.
And how long has it been now you're in a relationship?
Oh wow, we just talked about that the other night. It's been 8 years.
That's a long time.
Yes, it is. A very long
That's a
time.
long time.
Very long
And
time.
how the kids feel about him?
They love him. Oh my God. And now we have a grandson, and he just worships the ground he walks on. And it's like the kids are back in my room on my bed, like, get out. Why you gotta be in here? And they ain't bothering us. I'm not doing anything. And it's like, it's good. It's a normal family.
So then, we know that you find a new love and you settle in.
Mm-hmm.
What would you tell another woman that going through divorce that don't know what's the next step or the next move?
Don't concentrate on exactly what's not going to be there. Concentrate on the now,
Mm-hmm.
because God's going to be showing you things and bringing you things, and learn how to accept them. A lot of times we'll push things away thinking, because we're angry or we're upset or we're worried about what people say. Go with the flow. Whatever feels right in your heart and moves you, experience it.
Because most of the time trust is a big thing when it comes to relationships.
It is,
And
but if
it's
you never open up again, who who wants to be involved with a person who doesn't trust them automatically and don't know them? You
that's
have to
true.
give people the opportunity, just like your other friendships or any other relationships that you might have to repair. Because it's other people besides your partner who you just divorced
That's
that you've
true.
lost trust with, and you learn how to build your relationship back. It takes time.
So looking into the camera, we got single women out there, single mothers, parenting, and having so much stuff going on at the same time with their lives. And sometimes divorce, some people come out with bad divorces and some people sail through it. So what would you tell someone that is down and don't think that there's tomorrow, that they don't think that they can put one step ahead of one step in front of the other just to move forward? What would you tell them?
Give yourself small tasks, even if it's getting up every morning, getting back to your routine, brushing your teeth, combing your hair, grooming yourself, doing the things that make you feel good as a woman first. Because when you feel good as a woman first,
Makes a
then
difference.
you can outpour to your situation, your children, and things that arise. If you're all a mess from the outside and the inside, you're not going to have enough energy to actually try to get some things accomplished. Little tasks. You
And
got to
I,
say, do this one thing, pack me in the next thing. You can't think everything is going to happen overnight.
and then not only that too, because when you come into a relationship or get into one, at the same time you want your kids to see your strength.
Yes,
You know what I mean? And explaining stuff to the kids as you go through those hurdles, as
yes.
one day at a time. You grow. Both of you all grow together. The kids grow together. The parents grow together. So I'm basically trying to say that there's hope out there. You
It
know,
is. It is. And don't give up. It might not be around the corner. You might not know the next day it's going to be your Prince Charming that's going to be standing in the door. I wasn't looking for love. I
Oh
went
yeah.
with my girlfriend out to get some vacation and get away from the kids, and he just happened to be there. I had no idea I was going to meet anybody.
Yeah.
I wasn't looking to meet anybody. I had my wedding ring on. He wasn't even gonna. I was talking to him, and he was like, He told me later on, I was looking at you like I'm not gonna get your number because this lady got a big old wedding ring on. She's
Mhm.
not even single.
Yeah.
So he thought I was just on vacation, maybe just flirting.
Mhm.
And then once I realized after he told me, I'm like, wearing this ring is really not what I need to be
What it
doing.
is.
You
Mhm.
know what I mean? So I've already been separated maybe 6 months, and I still got this ring on. So
Yeah.
the first thing you do, ladies, take your ring off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, go.
Once you made that conscious decision to say, but you know something, it's time. It's over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
take that ring off.
Yeah.
Because you
It's
will miss a lot of opportunities. Because if I didn't have the opportunity to explain myself, my
yeah.
new love might not be in love right
But
now.
you see what she said, take that ring off because this is 8 years now. 8 years they're together, standing strong, and building a legacy for the family.
Yes.
So ladies out there, I just want y'all to know that there's life after divorce, and to have the hope. Like right now, Francis proves to us that brokenness is not the end. It's the beginning. Her story is a reminder that healing is a process and hope always to have the last word. So with this episode, basically, this is basically about divorce and surviving divorce. And I just wanted to know, just put a little bit out there on people's hearts to see that you can survive divorce. So right now, I just want to say, beautiful souls, thank you all for listening to us. And this is Healing Health and Holy Habits. I want you to stay rooted, stay blessed, and bye till next time.